A lot of those guys coming back, Markelle Fultz being the primary one to keep an eye on tonight.
Yeah, they had a lot of their primary players miss.
And that is nearly 2 straight turnovers to start this game for the Kings. I know they've been focusing on defense, but you got to make sure you're crisp on offense. And that is nearly 2 straight turnovers to start this game for the Kings. I know they've been focusing on defense, but you got to make sure you're crisp on offense.
I mentioned Kenyon. I got Dad on the mind for some reason. When I see these 2 rookies on the floor, I can't help but think back to that thrilling finish that we had in the Summer League the first time.
Summer League being named Summer League MVP. I mean, he had a great showing out there, but no doubt that Paolo has been, he just decides, hey, I'm going to take this on my own, finishes with the baby hook.
Herder comes off the screen, snakes into the paint, and had it blocked inside. Here come Banchero, transition, got tied up and got peeled. Barnes up to Murray, 3 on the way, got it! 13-point lead for the Kings. Sabonis out front.
And we're in a little bit of a zone defense here shown by the Orlando, and they come up with a turnover.
Wow, Monk gave it away, Banchero to the bank. Sabonis out front.
And we're in a little bit of a zone defense here shown by the Orlando, and they come up with a turnover.
Wow, Monk gave it away, Banchero to the bank. And a timeout called by Mike Brown. Didn't like that sequence. Sacramento Kings team psychologist, he works with the guys on being able to stay pleasant and preaches next play speed. So how fast can Fox forget about that error that he just made that resulted in a layup at the other end? And preaches next play speed. So how fast can Fox forget about that error that he just made that resulted in a layup at the other end?
Well, and that is so much of it.
After the last play, and that's a lot more challenging and daunting than most people think. When, Katie, you know you played. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Sometimes you can be a little closer than you realize.
Inside, Mike Brown barking out defensive. They ice the ball screen, send it baseline. Fultz gets into the paint. Banchero playing with his food out front and eats.
Not everyone, but the majority of them, David, have been drive, touch the paint, kick out to a wide open 3-point shooter.
This is a long 2 by Banchero.
Harris one more to Wagner. With the Euro step through the paint, and Sabonis clear. Point game in that win against Golden State a couple of nights ago. Barnes again working against Harris. That was his first miss of the game. Banchero in the front court. Up to Wagner from downtown. Boy, got a fortuitous roll. A big-time heater. Banchero with the sidestep 3. Little payback at the other end.
I still don't agree with his third foul, but that one certainly was the right call.
And stay out of the chop shop. He's got 4 fouls already. Banchero missing. Monk skies for the board. With pace up to Fox. Fox raises up.
We're not even at the halfway point of the third quarter. They only hit 4 triples the entire first half. This is where the Kings defense needs to settle back in.
Mike Brown's going to call timeout. He wasn't happy with the fact that nobody got back.
Something this year, which I know this team is, you know, you got to start hanging your hat somewhere, and it's got to be on the defensive end.
And then we talk about expectation, and it'll come out of a timeout. They'll play maybe a possession or 2 as Banchero takes it all the way in, able to get it to go.
That conversation that Murray had with Mike Brown right around Thanksgiving helped to turn his season around. Inside Sabonis got it packed.
Right there on the left hand, and there's been a ton of contact, and you have to give credit.
I'm guessing it's about 3.5, 4 times per contest.
We are so on the right wavelength, you know, because I was about to say.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Double team comes on Banchero. Suggs got all the way to the rim for the layup. Caused Mike Brown to look down his bench and make a couple of subs like now with Fox and Metu. That jumper off the mark, rebounded by Suggs. And then into the lead. Found a spot here in Sacramento. backup five.
And one of the things I think has changed between last year and this year, obviously, is just in the change in coaching.
Game against the Lakers in the last run. Banchero from the wing, no good. Mike fields a lot of phone calls from young coaches, young African-American coaches from around the country, both from the NBA and not just head coaches, but assistant coaches. On Star Wars night, Harrison Barnes with a big performance.